Well, we ran into Calum at Powerhouse too, and he was there with his girlfriend at the time, Taylor. I forget her name. I can't find her, but she's like this 5'10" blonde. But she was in his Netflix movie, this blonde girl. Um she's like showing with him a couple times, but we ran into him and then talked to Chris Bell, like I said. We talked to I mean, there was so many Instagram models, you know, there, and a couple of them I talked to, they were cool. Like they were really cool, really like down to earth. Like the thing about that is like there's a lot of I mean, that's a topic for a different day, but there's a lot of girls on Instagram that are like famous and they're not even that fit. They just like wear tight clothes, they wear like $100 outfits. They know somewhat about fitness and
It's branding. That's
yeah,
what it is.
exactly. Yeah.
It's people who are able to promote
Yeah.
and rep the product. And some people just have a really good mentality for branding. You know,
Yeah,
their
exactly.
posts get a lot of traffic, and
Yep.
that's what companies look for, is people who can represent the brand well. And this is for anybody who gets one of those like notifications on Instagram about some company that you've never heard of wanting you to be an ambassador. You know, it's marketing for them.
Yeah,
It is
exactly.
free marketing. If you are getting paid, if you are getting sent supplements and stuff for free, that's different. You know,
Yeah. Yeah.
they are incentivizing you to want to rep their company, which is
Yeah.
cool.
That's what
But
I did with Staunch. Yeah, I was an athlete.
yeah, I remember. And the thing was, you grinded for that. You know, that was
Hmm.
the thing, is you were being proactive about, hey, I want to work for this company. I
Yeah.
want to rep this company. You know, I want to be a part of this, which is really cool. You know,
Yeah,
but
it took years for me to get to that because started following Calum way before he was famous. Like I'm talking like it was him and Corinna Ellie, and in a small apartment. He had like three shirts that he was selling on his website. That's it.
yeah,
So I followed him from that. He had like 10 videos on YouTube to playing a movie as Arnold, Staunch, Origin, remember that?
yeah,
Clothing brand, Von Moger, Koala Freak, all of it. I followed him from day one, and eventually became an athlete of his. And unfortunately, that's another episode we can talk about Callum.
yeah.
We have a
That
lot of
man's been
topics we can cover,
dude's
Robbie.
been through the ringer, man.
Yep.
I mean, you talk about a guy that can't catch a break. You know, it's my heart goes out to him, because that's, you know, I know he inspired a lot of people to kind of start that journey and want to
Uh,
be into fitness and stuff. And just the guy has had such a rough go of things the last few years. Um, you know, and
yeah.
it looks like things are hopefully on the upswing for him. I definitely hope so. But yeah, that's just a whole other can of worms that can be opened up at some point, because the man's been through the ringer. Um, but it's, you know, it's not about how many times you get knocked down. It's about getting up that one last time.
Yep.
You know,
Yep.
so hopefully he's shown a lot of resilience so far. I hope that he can, you know, make something out of it and come out on top.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah, man. It's really sad what happened because he was on top of the world and then just slowly kind of fell down. And
yeah,
he's making a comeback now with Bucked Up. Um, but still to what he where he was, man. I mean, I'm talking like I used to watch his YouTube videos every day, and they're still on YouTube. Like they are classics. Watch every single one of them. Like he's man, he had everything going for him. And I'm not gonna knock him personally because I don't really know what happened, but he really fell off, unfortunately. And
yeah,
I hope he can make a complete comeback. I mean, to me, he's never going to be the same Callum because he's got the tattoos and all that stuff. Like he just looks different. But um, yeah,
yeah.
I hope he,
I mean, it's like seeing your favorite athletes, you know, kind of play past their prime. You know, and I'm not saying he's still young. Like he's our age, man. He's pretty young.
yeah,
If he wants to commit and get back into the sport, you know, it's never too late. There's people who
no,
compete, you know, at the Arnold and in the Olympia well into their 40s. Um, but yeah, it's like like we were talking about earlier, like my sport is fighting and mixed martial arts, and you get these guys that, um, they kind of want like, one last ride, one last go of things.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, sometimes, you get these guys that they were the guy back in the day, and they just get starched, and
Yep.
it sucks to see, when they could have gone out on top, and then
Yep.
they want one more ride, and it's like, man, it's just the game changed.
Yeah. 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 It happens all the time, man.